Hi friends, it's Beth with Indiana Wild with another edition of Meet the Indiana Wild Ambassadors. I'm going to flip this camera around here real quick and I'm going to show you today's featured animal. Now today's featured animal, he's in there taking a bath right now, is a chinchilla. Now, most commonly in captivity, we have the long-tailed chinchillas. They're actually native to South America. Right here along the side here, actually in the Andes Mountains is where we're going to see them. And so when we talk about them, there's a couple features while we're waiting for him to get out of his bath. And his bath is one of those things. When he takes a bath, it's different than how we take a bath. We obviously take a bath with water, and as most kids would like, he actually takes a dust bath. So you can see him kind of rolling around in there. Now, hopefully, he's going to come out here in just a little bit. We kind of let him do what he wants to do. At Indiana Wild, we have two chinchillas. We have Andy and Stevie. Both of them came to us from our local animal care and control. So chinchillas are very popular in the pet industry. They are a small mammal and they're a rodent. So he's got those teeth that are constantly growing. He's got those long whiskers in there. And actually he's got pretty big ears. Now he has very, very dense fur. And that fur, what that does is actually, here he comes. There he is, Andy. You can see those nice ears. He's got a backbone. He breathes air with lungs. Oh, he did not hatch from an egg. They're born live birth, and they get milk or nourishment from their moms. But on his fur, a person has one hair per follicle, and he actually can have up to 80 hairs per follicle. So it's a pretty amazing. He is one of the. I was told they were the second densest type animal furred in the world, with the first being a seal. But we often describe him as feeling like a cloud if you were to ever pet a cloud. But as we said, there he is. He's a rodent. He's a mammal. He is very curious and inquisitive. He's very soft. Now, he is not nocturnal. He's actually a very, very big word called crepuscular. And what that means is, nocturnal obviously is when they're awake when we're asleep. Diurnal is being awake during the daytime, which most of us are. And crepuscular, they're awake more so during the twilight hours. As we said, they are native to the Andes Mountains, so it's a colder region. So that thick fur comes in very handy. And actually, we try to avoid getting him too hot. So if it is over 70 degrees, we do not generally travel with Andy or Stevie. And we utilize them a lot of times in our indoor birthday parties and fairs and festivals and things like that. Is he not the cutest thing in the world? And he loves his bath. Now, if we were all to pet him, what would happen is, one, you would be amazed at how soft he is, but those oils from our hands would be absorbed into his fur. So his fur would turn very, very shiny, and it would kind of mat down. So that dust bath is good because it keeps those hairs separated. Remember, he's going to have up to 80 hairs per follicle. And so he needs to keep those separated. They're kind of like gremlins. We don't get them wet. He does intake some water, obviously, and he eats a specialized chinchilla diet with some fruits and vegetables, not very many. He does like his raisins, though. And because he is a rodent, he does have those teeth that are constantly growing, and so we give him things to keep that his teeth wore down. Or he might just take on the backdrop there and kind of chew some of that stuff off. Now, average size are going to be 8 to 12 inches long. Their tail is not soft like the rest of his body. His tail is actually very bristly. Now, as we said, he is native to the Andes Mountains. They live in the rocky crevices, and so actually instead of claws, what he's going to have is he has very, very thick pads on the bottom of his feet, and that helps to protect him so he can jump around on the rocks because they are adapted to live in those rocky crevice areas. He is very fast. He is all over the place. Now, he is an herbivore, so he does eat some greens. He does eat a high-fiber, low-fat diet, so mainly pellets and a hay. Look at that. He is so cute. He's got those long whiskers. He's got those big ears. Those ears also help to dissipate heat. Now, you're not going to see chinchillas generally in the wild anymore. Obviously, they're so soft, and then they were farmed and they were hunted for their fur. Actually, it's estimated that it took about 75 chinchillas to create a waist-length coat. So that's a lot of animals. And then what happened was people figured out, well, wait, they make good pets. They'll actually live up to about 10 years in captivity. So people were breeding them for pets. And in all truth, it's actually pretty good because they're actually, I believe, critically endangered in the wild. You're not going to see them. They just have not bounced back in the wild. And so we really only see them actually in captivity anymore. And there is a short-tailed chinchilla and a long-tailed chinchilla, and most of them in captivity anymore. A lot of them are assumed to be actually more of a hybrid. But that is Andy. We'll get him real close there. Look at that. He has got all that dust all over him. He's feeling pretty good. He's going to come out and run around a little bit more. Now, friends, we hope that you enjoy meeting our animals at Indiana Wild. We celebrate the human-animal cultural connection, so we also talk about animals that we see in books, storybooks, video games, even our holidays. We've got a holiday coming up, friends, that's going to feature one of my favorite animals, and that's our Easter Bunny. But I hope you enjoy getting to know our animals. Look, he's going to use those teeth right there. And join us. We'll be here Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. We'll also have our videos available that you can download. Friends, please utilize that social separation. So it's going to take about, make sure you stand about 12 chinchillas away from people. Have a great day. Be blessed and be kind to one another. Thanks again. This is Beth at Indiana Wild.